Hi, I'm Lynn Bridgeford from the Aid the Bios Clinic. I'm an osteopath and a kinesiologist, and today I'd like to show you some simple stretches to help with a frozen shoulder. So the great thing about kinesiology is you can be very specific with what's going on with muscles. So if you've seen a kinesiologist, then you will know specifically which muscles are causing you an issue in your shoulder. So I always find that in my practice the neck is the first thing I look at with the shoulders. So we want to just free that up. We're going to keep some simple exercises, so just do some shoulder rolls, and the neck and shoulder very linked. The shoulders grew embryologically out of the neck. So everything we want to do, we want to be a bit fluid, so roll one shoulder and the other. Keep it nice and soft. Find where you can go. Ideally, we want to reach up the front, we want to be able to reach up the sides, we want to reach up behind us, we want to have all the ranges of motion. So where you are depends on what you can do with some of these. So let's just reach the arms up a little bit. Where you can, just gently let the arms move and then relax. The first exercise we're going to look at is pendulum or Codman's. So we're going to take a gentle lunge. Place your hand on a table so you can have a nice straight spine, front leg bend, back leg straight, and let the arm hang down. So we keep the neck nice and soft, and we just let the arm go forwards and backwards. It's almost like it's moving itself, and side to side, and you let the weight of the arm take you. And then you could do circles one way. Let it be like stirring soup. It's not very active, it feels like you're letting the arm do itself. So the other way to do it, if you have a dumbbell, is to take a dumbbell, and that lets the weight hang out, so you really let it hang out of the shoulder. You don't want it to hurt too much, so find the right weight for you. And again, forwards and backwards, and let it be swinging rather than actually moving, so just a gentle swing. You can go on the diagonal as well, or the other diagonal, or inward circles, letting it be really soft in the shoulder, letting it relax down. The other way, when you get bored with that, you can do figure of eight, you can write your name. If you don't have a dumbbell, you can use something else like a can of tomatoes, and just find the weight. If that's not heavy enough, you can take a water bottle and fill it up with as much water as you like. So anything you have in the house you can use. So do that over time. That's on the shoulder that's not happy. You might want to do it on the happy shoulder just to give it the feel as well and to balance up, because the one side tends to learn from the other, so let's put some input in both sides. The next one we're going to do is some assisted movement. So you can take a broomstick or a pole if you have one. I like to use my yoga danda because it's pretty. What we want to do is I will take this as the arm that's not happy and not moving. We're going to take the thumb upwards so we have the correct rotation on the shoulder. Take hold of one edge of your pole and put the hand on the other. Now we're going to tuck the elbow in. We want to keep that elbow tucked in, so we're working with external rotation. So we're not forcing anything. If you find the point where the body fights, then it's counterproductive. So we want to go towards the point, gently pushing with the happy hand into the unhappy one. When you find it's a bit stiff, back off a little, wait there, breathe, and then push gently a little further, keeping that elbow tucked in. So we're just working with external rotation. Once we've got there, we're going to change over. So we're going to push with the unhappy hand, or the less happy hand, and we're going to push into the happy hand. So we push a little, and breathe, and then relax, and change back and push the opposite way. So we're doing a little bit of a stretch and relax. And then push with the less happy hand, and relax and push back. So you may not go very far. You want to work where you are and gradually over time build up to it. So I would do maybe a few of those at a time and hold it for a few seconds so you're going around. So that's the external rotation. Lifting up the front, bring the arm in front of you, take hold of the pole, and we're going to keep the chest lifting, have a few rolls, get that shoulder nice and soft, and then gently push up with the happy hand. Once you're as far as you can go, stay there, breathe, relax into it, have a little wiggle if you need to, and then push away. So you're activating the less happy one. Relax, change over. So we're going to push up. Get as far as you can go, stay there and breathe. We're not going into pain, we're going where it can talk. If it's shouting, back off and approach where the arm can talk, and then push down again. So we're going to go backwards, so with the thumb up still, and we bring the happy hand in front of us, and we're aiming to do that with the arm. So we're going to push into that arm. The unhappy arm is passive, so we're pushing back with that. You'll get all the stretch around the pecs, around the front. Just be nice and soft there. Find where you can be, stop and breathe there, and then you're going to push forwards. Activate the less happy hand, let it go and push back. So that's your activating and relaxing. So to do the internal rotation, we need to take the pole behind us and hold with the palm backwards. And this time we're going to be passive in the less happy hand, and we're going to pull across back with the other hand. Now if that's too much for you, you can always do it with a towel. So you start with the hand down at the side, and you've got the palm facing backwards, thumb into the inside, and you gently take that across. So we're pulling across, we're relaxing the less happy hand, and then we pull back, we activate that hand, then we let go. So we're pulling on the less happy arm, activating the opposite one, and then we let go. So it's working and then relaxing. So we're going to do adduction and abduction. So going out to the side is abduction, so it's taking it away. So we're going to push, thumbs facing forwards, palm inwards, on the less happy hand. This is my less happy one at the moment. Arms straight, and we're going to push into that, so we're passively lifting the arm up. So you might only go here, just find where you can be. When you hit a painful spot, back off and ease into it gently. So find that point, keep the shoulders soft, push into the pole. So we're completely passive on the less happy arm, and we're pushing it up, we're being active on the opposite one. When you find where you can be, stay there, breathe. You might like to have a little wiggle, just body is fluid, life is about motion, so we don't want to become too stiff in this. We don't want to go wild, but we just want to keep a wiggle. And go as far as you can go. If you can go all the way, great. No forcing, just be where you can be. Once you've got to your point, again, we're going to activate that, so we're going to push in with the less happy hand, and push, 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 push until we come all the way down. Relax it and swap over. So the less happy one's passive, and then it's active. So to do that for adduction, we're going to take hold of the pole. I'll just hold the end here. This arm is passive, thumb forwards. We're going to bring it a little bit forwards, and we're going to take the arm across. So we want to be able to lift it up without causing pain. So arms a little bit forwards and lift to the side. And this is passive, this is the active one. This one's going for the ride. When you're passive, you're not engaging the muscles, so you allow the joint to stretch. And then we're going to activate this one, so we're going to pull it back, and the opposite one's passive. Both relax, and then activate the happy one, stretch on the less happy one, and let go. So if you can interlink your hands behind you, or otherwise take the towel, and we want to draw the shoulder blades up and down. So we're getting that nice openness across the top of the chest, all the way across the pecs. Reach down, stabilize your feet and your core, and make sure you breathe. And just, if it's comfortable, you can lift up a little behind you. You might not go very far, just find where you can be, and release. So variation on table slides is to use your body to move the joint rather than sliding your arms. So we're going to take that lunge we had in the beginning and bring the arms down, keeping the spine nice and straight, thumbs up, and so we find where we can comfortably be. Adjust yourself so you're comfortable. The idea is to open in the joint here. So we're going to gently come back. You can keep your legs bent or straight. If you want a hamstring stretch, you can do that at the same time, but the focus is on the shoulders. So take the bottom back, open in the shoulders, Keep the neck nice and soft and find where you can be. So that's stretching the insides to start bringing them up. So if we come down on the knees, if your knees are able to do that, and bring the arm up to the side, find the height that works for you. Find something around the house that you can lean on. And then we're going to keep the thumb up and we're gently going to lower down. So you're opening in the shoulder joint. So you may need to have something higher or something lower and get some activation there. So once you've stretched as far as you can possibly go further. Again, we're going to push the arm down into the table and then relax it. So we're going to look at doing some trigger points and getting pressure in around the shoulder blade and all around the shoulders. So I have a variety of balls. A tennis ball will be fine. You want something quite hard, so a dog tennis ball. So if I were to take this, and we want to find the point around the shoulders, especially around the edges and around the inside, and we're going to lay down on it. So we can lay down with the knees bent, take the ball and put it just inside the shoulder blade here. And if that's got a sweet spot that's a little bit sore, then you relax into it, probably about a minute, and allow it to just do its work. Once that eases, you find another point. Think about working around the edges of the shoulder blade first. And you can go right in towards the middle and lay on it. Keep the rest of the body happy with that. And when you find a point that's got that sweet spot, stay there, breathe. It might be a little bit sore. Allow it to relax. Sometimes you can have a little roll into that and just roll the ball around a little if that feels good. Or you can just settle into it and allow the body to relax into the pressure of the ball. So I would recommend doing some of those every day, and you can do a routine and maybe do 10 breaths and have a little rest and do another 10 breaths, or you can do some stretches one day and some the other day if you're finding it all too much at once. And also, if you have a set routine of maybe 5 or 10 minutes doing some of this, and then through the day think about a little stretch or a little different thing to ease that out and keep those shoulders nice and soft. I will be doing other videos on more specific stretches and using door frames and walls and looking at specific muscles. Thank you so much. Join me again. That's Lynn Bridgeford, Aether Bios. Please subscribe, like, write in the comments below, and go across to my other channels. I have Instagram, Lynn Bridgeford. I have Facebook channels for the clinic, for the yoga, and interact with me on all the channels, and I would be happy to connect with you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you so much.